I've always dreamed of racing. Not just any racing, but real racing. The kind where you hear those iconic words, "Gentlemen, start your engines." There's something about that moment, the sound of the engines roaring to life, that gets your heart racing even before the green flag drops. For me, it's not about the fame or money. It's the feeling, the speed, the focus, the raw, unfiltered thrill of pushing a car to its limit and feeling the power of the track beneath you. It's something I've always wanted to experience, but life didn't exactly give me that fast lane, so I turned to sim racing. When I found iRacing, it was the closest I could get to that real-world racing experience. Suddenly, I was behind the wheel of my own virtual race car, competing in races, racing against people from all over the world. It was everything I'd imagined and more. The competition, the challenge, the precision. It was like living my dream from the comfort of my own living room. But here's the thing. It's not just about racing lines and tire grip. There's a whole other layer to this, and sometimes it's not just about winning, it's about handling something unexpected that comes with racing. The people you're racing against. So there I am, doing my thing, trying to race like I've always dreamed of. But then it happens, a mistake. I clip another car, spin out, or overcorrect and cause a pileup. It's racing, right? We all make mistakes, but what happens next is what gets you, the reaction. Now, instead of focusing on the race, I'm getting bombarded with messages in the chat. "You're awful. Why are you even racing? I wouldn't have messed up like that." But it's not just that. You hear it too. The other racers, angry, frustrated, ripping into you through your headset. "You suck. Thanks for ruining my race." It's like a verbal assault, and it hits harder than you'd think. In that moment, you feel it, the sting of criticism. And it's not just about the race. It feels personal. It digs into something deeper. And the worst part? It's all happening in real time. You're already frustrated with yourself, but then you've got people piling on with their judgment, and it makes everything 10 times worse. But the more I raced, the more I realized something. This wasn't just about the words. It was about how I let those words control me, how they stuck with me long after the race was over. I'd find myself replaying the race in my head over and over again, but it wasn't just in my mind. I'd go back to the replay, trying to figure out why I messed up, where it went wrong, and how I could have done better. I'd scrutinize every turn, every shift, every moment, and sometimes it wasn't even my mistake, but you couldn't convince those other racers of that. They'd already made up their minds, and no matter how much I told myself it wasn't my fault, those comments, those judgments still stuck. It wasn't just the race I was losing, it felt like I was losing a part of myself too. I'd brood over it for days. That weight would hang on me. I'd even stop racing for periods of time because the fear of facing that kind of criticism again felt unbearable. And after all that, the replaying, the rewinding, the name calling, you start to wonder if they're right. Maybe I do suck. Maybe I really did ruin everything. That voice doesn't just echo in the headset, it starts echoing in your head. And to be honest, there were times I believed it. Times I stopped racing altogether, not because I didn't love it, but because I let what someone else said stop me from showing up. But eventually something shifted. I realized the goal wasn't to be perfect. It was to keep going, to get better, not bitter, and to stop giving so much power to people who were just mad in the moment. Those hurtful words, they still happen, and yeah, they still hurt sometimes. But now I've learned to hear them without holding them. Because whether it's sim racing or real life, you're going to crash. People are going to criticize, and sometimes they'll be dead wrong, but loud anyway. The trick is learning how to steer through it, not to avoid the wrecks, but to come back from them. That is real resilience. So no, I'm not perfect, but I'm still here, still racing, still trying. Now go make something happen.